And then the whole crowd just started chanting, midget, midget, midget.
Non-apologetic nonsense.
It's been a little bit since you've been out here. You know, I had the flood. You had your own stuff going on. Last weekend, I actually invited you to it. I believe I invited someone to it. I went with my dad to see midget wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
In Joplin. I didn't know what to expect, right? And they actually called it. I'm not saying it was called like the Midget Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
So I go there. You know, first thing I try to do, I see the logo on a tee, and I'm like, gotta get one, right? So I rushed to get one, and one of the little people, this sexy little girl, was the one selling the stuff. So there was a big line, right? All the drunk pervert, you know, they were selling alcohol. Everyone was pretty saucy by the time I showed up. And she could not understand me. She was like a Spaniard. And I was like, hey, I need large. And she's like, no, you medium. I'm like, I need a large. And then she's like, we don't have medium. I'm like, I don't want medium. What about XL? And she's like, you take small. And I'm like, I didn't jump 2 sizes in this conversation. So I didn't wind up getting a T. Later, I come to find out there were 40 bones. So probably for the best, she would have charged me 90. And I don't know. Anyhow, so the show gets underway, and the first thing, it was the dude. He was the like the MC, but he was also one of the wrestlers, and he played right into the, I don't want to call it racism, but like the making fun of little people thing, you know? Uh-huh. And he's like, I want everybody to chant it, midget, midget. So throughout the whole thing, the whole crowd would just go into these midget chants. They didn't know what they were doing. It was awful, right? I left after the second match. But I did people watch. And for this little area in southwest Missouri, this was the most perfect event. Like, these people, they ate it up. They loved the circus spectacle of it.
The pageantry.
And they got so into it. There was 2 women in particular. There was like a 7-year-old woman who, like, when the wrestlers would go outside the ring and do their little stuff, she would like go up and grab one of them by the head and be like, fuck you. And then there was this like real like, you know, like,
whoa, what's that?
It's a beetle. No more. She would like get out of her seat and then also yell and scream. She was like, I would say white trash, but she was a black girl, you know? But it was the perfect thing for like our racist little neck of the woods. Like, everyone absolutely adored it. Like I say, the first round was okay. Like,
brought the people together.
Technique, it was okay. The second round was all bitches. And like, they didn't throw one fake punch. They just did like a flip, and then they'd stop and you know, and then throw another. It was bad. Like, it was unwatchable bad. And they took an intermission where like you could pay them $5 to hit you with a trash can and stuff. And I was like, all right, I think we are good here. We went ahead and rolled out. But yeah, you missed it. Why didn't you go?
I had to work.
Oh, well, that is a reason. What's been going on besides earning that money?
I'm trying to find a house, a place to live.
Oh, you're back on trying to get the first-time home buyer loan?
Just something to rent. I just got to get out of the duplex that I'm in now. It's falling apart, and the landlord sucks.
Well, have you made... Because, see, originally, I won't say the amount, but they were going to give you X amount for your first time, whatever Missouri thing where like you can get it for cheaper. So you're saying that amount would go down, not up?
Yeah.
I thought
I actually just got denied for a house to rent because my...
Well, what brought it down? How about that?
Credit card debt.
Debt as in not paying, or just debt as in having it on the card?
Yeah, I haven't made a payment in a while.
You haven't made payments on your credit card?
Got to go in Monday and consolidate it all to like put it together, and I just pay the...
How many credit cards are you rocking?
3.
And they all have balances?
Yeah. I can't use them anymore. But
they're all maxed out?
Well, no, not maxed out. I owe, so they're like off. Like, I can't go add more to it or anything.
If you miss a payment, they stop you from charging more?
I think enough, yeah.
Wow. We fixed all this.
We did. I had it paid off once, and then Empire or Liberty, whatever, shut my power off over a few dollars, and I had to pay $1,000 to get it turned back on.
I get that, but at $1,000, your monthly minimum's still only going to be like under $100. It's going to be like $60. So why not pay that? Obviously, you're not going to pay it off making the monthly minimum, but you're going to keep the creditors off your back. Because once you go delinquent, I don't know if you've fully gone delinquent, but once you go delinquent, that will continue to eat at your credit for years. It's not just to pay it back and you're good.
Yeah.
When I got bad into credit cards years ago, when I had no money, what I winded up doing is going to every bank and see, I also had hospital bills that were coming delinquent, you know. It was like all the cancer surgeries and all this crap. And I went to bank with all my statements, everything, and a total amount, and went and got a bank loan. Paid everything off with the bank loan and then made monthly payments to the bank and spread it out over like a 10-year period. So they were low payments, and then I just paid more and got it paid off, you know, in less time. But yeah, that is like the worst thing.
Yeah, biggest mistake I ever fucking made is getting credit cards.
And I'm the one who got you into them too. But I mean, that's your fault, not mine. Yeah. But we got you into it to build your credit, to purposely put a balance on it every month. Because if you remember, I'm sure this was like word for word. I said, do a 2-step payment. So pay like your electric on your credit card and then immediately pay your credit card from your bank account. And then that will boost your credit tremendously over, I mean, like it's like a 90-day perfect credit hack. That sucks. Midgets wouldn't have saved you from that. But yeah, I'd go to the, I mean, I don't know anything about consolidating debt. I would go to the banks and see if you can get, what's your total you owe? Is it like 100 grand?
How much?
I don't know, 100 grand?
No, fuck, no. Like a couple.
All right.
Not that deep into it.
Well, say you can get out of a couple. I was like 6 or 8 grand in. And even if I paid like double the monthly payment, it was like 15 years to get out from underneath it. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't ride anything. If something goes on the credit card, it's paid off that month. Or I guess I just changed the way I think about money. Like, I'm like, if I can't afford it now, I don't get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you suck. Anyways, on a more positive note, that doesn't have anything to do with money. So yesterday morning, I was out at the shop, right? And there's a bare concrete pad that has nothing to do with the building. It's just on the side. Yep. There's a turtle. Turtle's doing his turtle thing, you know? And I've trained my dogs, like, they'll run up to a turtle, be like, what's up? But they're not going to, like, kill the turtle. You don't kill the turtle. That's one of my rules, you know? I don't know why, but just don't kill the turtle, you know? So this turtle started following where I was going. And I'm like, that's weird. It also means I'm moving tremendously slow. So he went to where the water fountain was, but there's no water, right? It's bone dry, everything. And I was like, I wonder if he can, like, smell the water or something, like, since that water comes from there, you know? So he's more or less underneath it, a little bit offset. So I turn the faucet on and it starts pouring all over him and like puddling up in little areas of the pad there. And that little fucker, he stuck his neck out and then put his head down and you could see his neck. He started drinking the water. So I kept turning the water on, hosing him down, making these little puddles, and then he drunk. I mean, about as much as I would drink if I was going to have a drink, you know? And I thought maybe, I never looked into it, maybe they store, like, water, like they don't have to drink constantly. Either that or he was about to die. But yeah, so I flooded the whole pad, and then he just, even when I left, he was just kind of sitting there splashing in the little
having the time of his life. Man.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's getting, because we hadn't had rain in a long time, I guess. So how's he going to get water?
Yeah.
There's a pond, but it would take him a lifetime to get to it. You know, he would done have 4 sets of kids by the time he got to the end of it.
Give him a ride out there.
I remember this one time. I was in the passenger seat. And it was in Carthage. And I was with a girl. I was with Nikki. And she would always try to stop and save turtles at, like, her own detriment, where, like, she would run out in traffic or her car would block traffic. Anyways, so she pulls off to the side. And this wasn't like a regular turtle. This wasn't even like a regular snapping turtle. This was like one of the enemies from, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. You know what I mean? It was this giant thing with, like, sharp prongs on it. So she picks it up and she's trying to carry it across the road. And that mouth, that neck is reaching back. I mean, it is right by her hands. That thing was fierce.
I'll take your fucking finger off.
It was nothing like this little guy. This little guy yesterday or whenever it was just freaking sweet. I'm out there, all morning, yesterday morning. I've been out there working in my container. I winded up, it sounds like we have a visitor. I always buy my pallets for eBay from like Costco or Target or whatever. So with that, sometimes you'll pay up to like $1,500 in shipping for them to freight it out. Like it's bananas. So I seen you can buy them from Amazon and they only charge you like $250 for it. So I took a chance and threw $1,000 at Amazon. So I got 3 pallets coming from Amazon. But I also on Friday placed a Costco order for 6 pallets. So I got a third of semi coming, and my 40-footer out there is more or less completely full. You know what I mean? So it is crazy. I'm out there going through everything right now. But yeah, I got to fit another 9 pallets, which each pallet is traditionally like 8, 16, like 32 boxes, and each box is full of stuff,
This is going to turn into a home shopping show.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to start hawking our goods here. Dewey hair, $39.99. But yeah, so those will be here within the next couple weeks, so I got to be ready. I mean, I've already outgrown that 40-footer. I need a second one so I can actually sort the pallets. Because, I've had to move my shipping center back into the house in one of the spare rooms. Because I got no more room out there. So, when I sell something, I have to, everything's, categorized out there. I have to go grab the item, bring it in here, then package it up, then bring it out to, the mailbox or my truck or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that was a $3,600 dump for them 9 pallets. So I need to be on a spending freeze. And I'm in the position where, I'm not paying attention to my bank account, assuming I just have all this money. And I looked today and it was like $240. And I'm like, holy shit, I need to quit spending money or I'm about to get hurt. Especially, I'm blowing so much money on physical therapy. In order to get the MRI, I had to get physical therapy. Or I had to sign up for physical therapy. So I pushed it off as much as I could so I'd get the MRI. So I got the MRI and it showed all this nastiness. So now I have to get the epidural injections again. But in order to get those, I have to complete the physical therapy. And in order to get the surgery that I may have to have, I have to complete the epidural injections. So I'm speed running through my 12 physical therapy sessions at like $40 a session.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? So that's 80, 160. So that's $320 a month. I mean, that's a full-on bill right there. And my new fucking heat pump, which we can hear running, although it's getting hot because I blocked the vent, but the new heat pump is costing me more money than my 30-year-old AC. It was $300 last month in the electric.
It's about what mine was.
I don't know what the fuck happened. It's an inverter heat pump, and it's actually cycling. The old AC would run from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. straight. This is actually cycling. I don't know. I've done the math. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess it up. I'm pretty sure this bill would have been the first 30 days actually on this. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't know. It kind of sucks. But yeah, so woe is us and our money troubles. But I'm going to sell a bunch of doodags and knickknacks on eBay to pull out of it. You need to get your ass to a bank loan, smoke some of these, and chill the fuck out.
Right.
That is all for today.
Non-apologetic nonsense.